Hi, I'm Rick Weist with the Gardening Simplified show with Stacy Hervella and Adriana Robinson, and this is my front yard. I bought this home a number of years ago and I faced two challenges. One challenge, pure beach sand, so I've had to add lots of organic matter. My other challenge, deer. Lots and lots of deer. And so what I did was started to develop the property with deer-resistant plants in the front yard, built a compound in the backyard. Now some people will say to me, Rick, if you have just beach sand and you're a gardener and all these deer, why did you buy your house here? Well, the reason I bought my house here is because my backyard is this. So here in the front yard, I try to plant deer-resistant plants, although this morning, the aroma of the deer repellent I sprayed last night is pretty strong. Obviously, I love ornamental grasses, and I love ornamental grasses because there's beach sand here, and in addition to that, deer pressure, and the deer leave the ornamental grasses alone. And I particularly love fastigiate type grasses, panicums, like totem pole, Niagara Falls. I also planted liriope as a ground cover instead of turf, just way too difficult to grow turf here. So essentially I've removed pretty much all the lawn that was here from when I bought the home. So again, deer-resistant plants, they have a tendency to leave the gomphrena alone, they leave the lantana alone, they have certainly left alone the juiced orange cestrum alone, and I love that plant. And so the combination of that plant with the cannas, particularly the red cannas, are just a hummingbird magnet. The other thing that I get a lot of here, and that's why I incorporate annual flowers up front here and in the back, lots of monarch butterflies. And the reason for that, being in close proximity to Lake Michigan, lots of milkweed, lots of monarchs. So I love spending time back here in the evenings, and there are a lot of proven winners color choice shrubs that I've planted here inside the compound. So welcome to the compound. Durvilla, hydrangeas, limelight, lemony lace, and tough stuff hydrangeas, little lime punch here. The monarch butterflies are drifting around everywhere. I incorporate annuals. Some of my driftwood from my art prize project in 2022. And then I'm really looking forward to this fall because that's a temporary fence back there, and I will be taking the temporary fence out. We're going to be moving further up the dune, further east, and further to the south to build another patio there. But it's truly relaxing in the evening hours as the sun is setting to enjoy these plants. And annuals are an important component of this mix, and again, are a magnet for hummingbirds and for butterflies. So I'm developing a shade garden here, and this fall, this temporary fence will come out. We'll expand further north, further to the east and south, put in brand new fencing, and then continue to develop this shade garden. There's lots of plants in here already. Celtic Pride and Paisley Pup, Hackanachoas, the hostas, of course, black hat rhododendron, and then I love my hydrangeas. Any Let's Dance hydrangea is just perfect in this area. Sun King Aurelia. So really looking forward to developing a shade garden here. This project is slated to be worked on this fall into spring 2027. I love toucan cannas from Proven Winners. They are proven winners. They bloom their heads off all summer long. Just love these things. This is toucan coral, and I think it perfectly complements the leaves of this banana tree. For people who watch the Gardening Simplified show, you probably know that I'm addicted to banana trees, especially the Musa Bijou, which is hardy in the north. Let's go take a look at it. Living near the lakeshore, I'm bananas about bananas because of the tropical feel that they give you during the summer. And this is Musa Bijou, it's my pride and joy. So I will cut it back in November to the ground, mulch it heavily. In spring, I peel the mulch back and it's hardy to zone 5. My zone here is zone 6B, so the plant just loves it here. And again, creates a tropical feel all summer long. Underneath the banana tree, I love these Inca Peruvian lilies or Alstroemeria. They just keep pumping out the blooms all summer long, and you can clip the flower heads and enjoy them as fresh cut flowers indoors. Plant is amazing. Agapanthus, of course the Rockin' series of salvia. There are just so many wonderful plants that thrive in this area. So if you watch or listen to the Gardening Simplified show, you'll know that I'm essentially gardening in soil that does not hold water, and I need to add lots and lots of organic matter. And I've done that working my way up the property here. I have not used heavy equipment. I have not hired landscapers. I've done it all by hand with a shovel and leaves. And anyone who watches the Gardening Simplified show hears me talk about the famous churninator. And I'll churn up all kinds of leaves and work them into the sandy soil to start to build organic matter. Now this thing is great because it is essentially like the paper shredder you have in your office. Well, this is a paper shredder for the landscape. So it runs on electricity, easy, no gas motor, and I cut little strands of string trimmer string. So it's essentially a string trimmer in a bucket, and loads of fun. Years ago, I used to wear goggles and have a trash can and a weed whipper and whip up my leaves that way. But now I've got this, I'm gonna call it paper shredder in a can. And I'd like to show you how it works. I love this little collapsible wheelbarrow. I got it as a Christmas gift from Adriana and Stacy last year. Aren't they wonderful? I use it all the time. Just like shredding paper in your home office, except I'm adding lots of organic matter to my sandy soil. I remember years ago going to an arborist workshop in North Carolina, and it was there we looked at mulch and mulch for young trees, and I found that shredded leaves were highly effective in cooling the soil temperature. So not only can I incorporate this into the soil to build up organic matter, I also use it as a mulch at the base of the trees. And its effect in the heat of summer, especially if we're going through a drought, is fantastic. Holds moisture in the soil and helps cool the soil temperature. So I love plants. Anyone who watches the Gardening Simplified show knows that, but dealing with the sand and the soil, I work at it by adding organic matter. The other challenge, as I said, is deer. And so I get some of this really heavy duty deer fabric. So it's not flimsy, it is really sturdy. And I purchased this. I dig posts in the ground as I work my way up this back slope to keep the deer out as I put plants in and develop the landscape. So posts in the ground, cables through the posts, then some turnbuckles, and then I hang this deer fencing, and it works fantastic. The deer walk up to it, turn away, and my plants are safe. I love summer, and who couldn't love summer? I mean, the calycanthus, oh, they're in bloom, the cannas are in bloom, the hydrangeas are in bloom. Look at that hyacinth bean. It's just cleared the crest of the pergola there, and soon is going to be full of those beautiful purple pods. I just love it. So thanks for your interest in my progress on my garden. I would say I'm about half done and looking forward to the work this fall and into next year, and would love to be able to keep you up to date on my progress. Thanks for your interest, and thanks for your interest in the Gardening Simplified show.